Hello, hello. This is a continuation of our subject on beauty and vulnerability. Natural beauty and vulnerability is so much alike our goodness, our life, our greatness, and our precarious existence. Sometimes our fear is just in our mind. My mother used to tell me a story of when she was young. And at that time, they had two houses for economical reasons in the Alps. People have a house in the plain and a house in the mountains. And sometimes she was asked her parents to go to the upper mountain, to a house in the mountains, to deliver some groceries. And she was so scared during that climb, and there was nothing happened ever, but she was just afraid. So sometimes our fear is real. We were mountaineering across the Alps with two other friends. One was a guide, the other one was a friend. And one of the friends didn't want to put his skis on to cross a glacier, in spite of knowing that it is not the thing to do. So we started to climb, and after a while I looked behind and I don't see him anymore. So we skied down and found him in a crevasse, way down. Fortunately, a block of ice maintained him in a reachable distance from us. So we were able to rope him out, but it could have been not so. It could have been not so. Another story also that it could be not so is a friend of mine that just sent me a story of his ranger experience in the mountains. He had lost track of time, and he was trying to gain the chalet where he was going to sleep with other friends that had already arrived. And a red deer was chasing him in the dark. There was absolutely no light. He was completely in the dark, and he had the scare of his life, smelling that animal chasing him. Also, another adventure that happened to me personally was in Africa when I visited a national park. We were taking a tour, a bicycle tour around Africa, and we stopped to a park, national park, Tsavo National Park in Kenya. And so we had rented a car and we were visiting the park. And at a certain point during the days we stayed there, I took a little tour by myself, and I found a little scenery that I really wanted to take a picture of. So I got out of the car, took a picture, and came back to the car. And as soon as I sat down in the car, 100 feet from me, there was a lion, a female lion, looking at me. So there, I realized it could not have been so. Meanwhile, there is so much beauty around us, like here, for example, or in our memories. I remember listening to the sound of the cuckoo bird with my father when I was working in a vineyard with him. A sound I will never forget. He was taking the children, family children, and us, and my children later, in the woods, in the forest, to pick up mushroom. His passion was picking up mushroom. And what he was doing, he was hiding candies on the rocks and stones and grass, and led us to find them so that we could look at mushroom at the same time. So it was such a fun way to be in nature, in total communication with nature, and have so much fun. Another image that is unforgettable is the early morning in the Alps, when white peaks, sunrise, white peaks turn pink early in the morning. That's an image that is almost out of the time. So we have much beauty around us, and the beauty tender of hearts. Thousands and thousands of dandelions along our trail. Yes, let's take the good inside Let's take the good inside while knowing how it is. It's a plus. Nature is teaching us that simple things of acceptance and permanence, not knowing, just being in this moment. Here's the ocean. Nobody's here yet. It's still early. I wish you everybody a good summer. Bye bye.